Alright, it's battery time, motherfuckers. So, right here, I have a Autocraft Silver battery that's, some of the lowest tier. And this came with the Jeep, and it's been doing decent for me for the most part. It's from, I believe, January 2012, if that sticker's correct. And I don't know, for the last couple months I've had starting issues and all kinds of issues where I just go to start the car up and there's not enough power to turn the starter over. And I don't feel safe with something like that, you know? If I get stuck on the trail or my alternator goes out, how long am I going to last before I'm just toast? So, real quick, I just wanted to check the voltage of the battery. This battery, the truck was started twice and not run for very long, and then it sat for 24 hours. So let's see what the voltage is after 24 hours. Alright, that's not too bad. 12.68 volts. So that's not terrible. So I guess it doesn't drain nearly as fast, but if it sits for a week or less, sometimes it doesn't want to start. So let's listen to how quickly this thing turns over. I'm curious. Not terrible. I'm happy it started. You can see the alternator right there working its ass off to try and charge the battery now, all the way up to 14. Interesting. Well, it started. That's a pleasant surprise. Like I said, if it sits for a week, usually it doesn't start. So, yeah, I'm going to upgrade this battery. Take this piece of shit out and get myself an AGM, or absorbed glass mat, hybrid battery, which is a deep cell battery that has the capability to actually turn over a starter. Because if you just buy a regular deep cell battery and put it in your car or truck, your starter motor is going to kill that thing in a matter of months, because that's not what the batteries are designed to do. A deep cycle is supposed to be used for very long times at lower amperage draws. So they last a long time, as long as you're running something simple, like if you were to use it on a boat or something like that for like a trolling motor. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between a deep cycle and a marine battery. I don't remember. But the hybrid battery is a deep cycle that was designed to actually be used in a car. So it has that capability to let all that amperage out for the starter when you need it. But it also has a really long reserve time to keep your car running. Your radio, even if your engine's off or something like that, you can sit there and listen to music for a while. So, I'm going to get myself a Diehard Platinum from Sears, which is, from what I understand, the same thing as the Odyssey batteries, the Odyssey Extreme, and those are like some of the best freaking batteries you can get. I'm not going to get an Optima Yellow Top, because apparently they'll last like 6 to 10 years after they got bought out and moved to a plant in Mexico. Their batteries have gone straight to the shitter, and everyone has reported this. I've only seen 1 or 2 people that have had any decent success with an Optima Yellow Top. All the old ones were great, but once they got bought out and moved, quality just went downhill. So, let's try out this new battery. First I gotta pick it up and exchange this old piece of shit. Hooray. So here's we are. Diehard Platinum, baby. 4-year warranty. You got 850 cold cranking amps, and I believe you got a reserve capacity of 135 minutes. This thing's killer. So, if you're trying to figure out what size you need for Cherokees, the group size is a 58. I believe it's a 58. And they don't make Diehard Platinums in a 58 size, but they do make them in 34s. So this right here is a 34 and a 78. And what that means, the 34 are the 2 posts on the top. The 78 are these side posts down here. So that's what you get. I mean, it's roughly about the same size. Now, something cool that if you only got a stock Jeep, if you notice, I got a very interesting setup going on here with my alternator. If you have the stock setup up here, you can fit a Group 65 battery, which it's just a little longer, but all the other dimensions are pretty much the same. Mine, I measured, I can only fit an 11-inch battery in here because of this bracket, because this gets in the way and the alternator is just over there, and I can't really move it this way too much more, so I don't know, I'm kind of stuck with it. Oh well, but if you were stuck, you could probably fit a 65. Measure it. I went on online and I did some comparing right here. So here's my stock battery specs over here, the Autocraft Silver, and that was a 10-inch long battery, 550 cold cranking amps, and an 80-minute reserve. And then this one over here to the right, this Odyssey Extreme, is pretty comparable to the Diehard Platinum. I'm pretty sure they're just rebranded. So if you notice, this one is 10.85 inches long, so it's a little longer. It's not as wide, and it's a little taller. But it should fit under the Cherokee hood fine. This up here is the max size that I figured I could fit in mine. Can't be any longer than 11 inches, can't be any wider than 7 3/16 inches, and it can't be any taller than 8 inches. So that rules a couple sizes out. Also down here, I got the Optima yellow top that I was comparing down here. With their spiral cells, you don't actually get as much battery in them for the size that they are. And that's the cool thing with the Odyssey Extremes that they were talking about, is the way that they have their cells hooked up. Instead of having 6 little spirals, you have you have just a bunch of plates that are flat and the entire battery's full. This thing is freaking heavy. God damn. I feel like that's at least 50 pounds. That's at least 20 pounds heavier than my old battery. So if you look down here, here's the Group 65 Odyssey Extreme. And this one's a little bit longer. If you look at the length down here, we have 11.83 inches. So obviously this one is a bit too long. It's about 0.83 inches too long for mine. But the width is very comparable. This is only 7.2 inches wide versus the 7 of the other one. And the height's actually a little lower. It's 7.43 compared to a 7.82. So get out your measuring tape and measure in your battery tray and see if you can get an almost 12-inch width battery in there, or length, and you'll have a lot more power. Well, not a whole lot more, but, you know, 100 more cold cranking amps, 145 reserve, so pretty cool. So I went over to Sears and picked one of these up. I took my voltmeter with me and tried to find the one that had the best voltage on it. This one, if you notice, is only 2 months old. It's from July 2014, and currently it's about to be October 2014, so nothing too bad. Anyway, enough fucking talking. Let me put this thing in there and show you what we got. Holy crap. My God. Wrestling this fucking thing in here is a pain in the ass. Oh, man. So as you'll see, my custom mount brought it that close to not being able to fit in there. So, yeah. Make sure you measure. Holy crap. But if that bracket wasn't there, this should fit in fine. It's a pain in the ass. I had to pull my winch cables up because my winch cables are down there. So you want to make sure those aren't getting pinched. Make sure that's good. You want to make sure the battery doesn't hit this and break your fucking hood latch. It's got to get underneath this because I made this just slightly too small. Holy fuck. And it's also like 50 plus pounds. God. Alright, so confirmed. 34 fits in the Cherokee. So, let's check the voltage on this. By the way, the old battery I had, after letting it charge on the Jeep for like a minute, brought the voltage up to 12.72. So, just thought I'd put that in there. This battery is running 12.82 volts right now. That is looking mighty healthy. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to put these battery terminals back on and start this truck up and see what it sounds like. So there you go. I'll bolt it up. And if you're curious about the 78 lugs down here, not a whole lot of room. Now, I don't have AC anymore, so I could take these hoses out of the way, and that would probably help quite a bit, actually. Wrap the wires down, and then you could probably get to that just fine. So if you wanted to do that to hook your winch up or something, these terminals on the Diehards and the Odysseys are rated for the full capacity of the battery. So unlike the Optimas, you can hook a winch up to this. Won't hurt a damn thing. So, some bonus points too. Alright. So, see how that goes. Got lights, that's good. Alright. Lovely little voltage right there. Holy hell! You hear how fast that fucking thing turned over? Oh my god, that is awesome! This motherfucker's got some amperage. Holy hell! Nice. Now, you'll have to excuse the Jeep for sounding like shit. The battery's been disconnected for a couple hours, so the computer's got to recalibrate. But my word, look at that. That's good right there. Woo! Holy fuck. I'm still happy about that. That is cool. Oh yeah? Is that how you feel? Alright. Well, fuck you too. Look at that, man. That is some good voltage right there. Killer. So, there you have it. Diehard Platinum, baby. Holy shit. Get your hands on some beautiful AGM technology here. I wonder if the battery fucking clamp will still fit on here and not short out. That's awesome. Okay, so there it is with the battery holder on that I got. If you'll notice, it actually hangs off the edge a little bit on both ends. So it's definitely narrower at the top of the battery. So that's interesting. And with it running for about a minute or less, the voltage is sitting at 12.83, 12.84 almost. So that means that this battery's doing pretty damn good. We won't know for sure until it sits around for a day, but I'm fucking impressed, dude. Oh my god. That is awesome. Definitely having good thoughts about this. Can't wait to try it with the winch just to see what happens. Here, one more time. Let's just start it up. Oh my god! That is absurd! That is like almost retarded. Holy hell. Let's check that voltage now. Beautiful. That's a nice charging voltage right there for 14.7. That's usually what AGM battery chargers run at. So I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. That's the other thing you got to worry about with these batteries. This is a hybrid battery. AGM absorbed glass mat technology. These have to be charged properly. You don't want to overcharge these things. Most of your older battery chargers that are meant for automotive batteries might go over 15 volts for their final charging phase, if they even have phases, and that's no good. Odyssey has very strictly stated that you need to use a battery charger that puts out no more than 15 volts. Even just a couple, just a little bit over, and they don't do too well. So make sure you get a proper charger. Usually, if you can find a 3-stage one that they actually tell you the voltage for each stage that they charge, that's a good bet right there. But again, you don't want to go over 15 volts charging this. So with the alternator at 14.7, that is damn near perfect. That's what you want a battery charger to sit at, especially for the absorption stage. So there you go. AGM Diehard Platinum. My god. I approve. We are now ready for battle. Yes. Excellent. So after letting this run for the second time for about a minute, It's a 12.92. All right. Just thought I'd throw that in there.